all this fucking shit coming out about Hillary Clinton. The thing that really bummed me out the most, man, was that fucking she's like anti-marijuana. Like that really gets to me, man. It's like, God damn it. Cause like I was gonna do for her like the pragmatic Clinton vote, you know, like, well, Trump seems like a, you know, fun guy to hang out with at a party. Don't want him around my nuclear weapons. Like Hillary Clinton seems like you know, oh God, just like the ultimate politician, like the super evolved ultimate flower on the goddamn bush of politics. Like she's, but God, so fuck it. I'll write in, fuck it. I'll check Hillary Clinton. It's like, God damn it. Like she's
Gary
really,
Johnson.
What?
Gary Johnson. Gary Johnson makes sense.
I mean,
he doesn't know shit about Aleppo, but he doesn't know shit about a lot of things. I'm sure that he's going to have to learn if he becomes president. Do you really think that?
Is that really your?
Donald
are you
Trump's
endorsing?
paying attention to
That's
that?
who you're endorsing.
I'm endorsing him more than anybody else.
That's who you're going to vote for.
I'll write in you. How about that, bitch?
Don't write in me. Write in bag of tarantulas. Write in bag of tarantulas. That's what I'm writing in.
I'm not writing in bag of tarantulas. That
all right,
ridiculous.
fine.
But I do think that I mean, we can only talk about this nonsense so long, but her insistence on working towards marijuana and making sure that marijuana stays a Schedule I drug.
Yeah.
It's not just disappointing. It's traitorous.
Yeah.
Traitorous, is that a word?
Yes.
No, that's not right.
I mean, it's bigly traitorous. Make it
What's the word? It's not traitorous.
Shitty. Traitorous. You could say traitorous.
Sounds wrong. Sounds like a dinosaur.
A traitosaurus. Hillary Clinton's a traitosaurus.
But I think it's not just not doing your job to serve and protect us and to lead us. It's not only is it not doing your job, it's doing the opposite of your job. You're doing something for profit, and you've made a connection, and through influence, you've decided to do something that you know for sure doesn't help anybody. It keeps people in jail. That's all you need to know. The keep people in jail part, that's all you need to know.
Yeah.
More people were arrested from marijuana than for all violent crimes combined.
That's so fucked up.
It's insane. But that's the problem, is that it's a business. There's a giant business in arresting people and putting people in jail, keeping people in jail, enforcing laws. There's a business in that. It's a huge business. We don't want to think of it as a huge business, but anytime a huge business drops off, and it's going to drop off, whoever if you're in that business, get out now, because you're like Blockbuster Video, you motherfuckers.
Right.
You're not going to make it.
You mean the prison business?
Yes, the prison business and the drug business, the DEA business, the arresting people for marijuana business. Anybody who's in the arresting people for marijuana business, you might as well be selling Betamax.
I hope you're right, man.
You can't. It's not going to work anymore. You can't keep arresting people for something that everybody does.
But if
just
she's
like they had to give it up with alcohol.
But if she's saying, if like the next president, she's definitely gonna be the next president, is saying that she's gonna continue this prohibition to the bankers that were paying her to give a presentation, then, and this is the person Obama's endorsing and Bernie Sanders is endorsing. It's just like that. Look, I don't know. The more I look into all this shit, the more confused I become. Like I tried to like go a little deeper into it, like looking up the Clinton Foundation and then like checking out the charity websites that like talk about the Clinton Foundation or give it a rating or whatever. And it's like, well, it definitely doesn't. It like there's a lot of misinformation coming from both sides, but the one I trust, only because they're like a left-leaning, super liberal website, the Huffington Post there's an article in there saying the Clinton Foundation's gross is the name of the article. And basically it says the foundation itself, if you look at the tax returns, since it's an operating foundation, all the bullshit about how they're only giving like 6% or 10% of the money to charities is wrong, because they are doing shit. They are doing stuff. The foundation goes into the world. It has worked with AIDS. So you can't villainize the entire foundation. But what's fucked up is the Clintons, when they go to give talks to people who then donate to the foundation, they get paid, and that money's separate from what goes to the foundation. So when Hillary Clinton goes and like gives a speech, and then they donate to the foundation, the amount they pay her for the speech doesn't go to the foundation.
Exactly.
That goes to the Clintons. When Bill Clinton...
And it's hundreds of thousands of dollars for an hour speech.
Yeah, right. So that's where it's like, that's where the corruption is. And apparently there used to be some kind of law that if there was even the appearance of corruption in politics, then you had to change your operating procedures. But that apparently got changed in the Supreme Court or something. So now you can, yeah, it's fucking crazy.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. And like last night at the debates, man, when they asked her about the WikiLeaks shit, which is real, like it's however the information got obtained, it really doesn't fucking matter.
Right.
But I mean, it matters. But the issue is
the information itself.
Yeah, right. So when you watch that feint where she's like, "You got it from Putin," it was amazing to me. That was like, God damn it! Like Trump, there's a really great chance right there for you to be like, did Putin send those emails? Was he writing your emails? Because let's talk about the fucking emails and then we'll talk about Russia. But he like spun off on this weird thing. It was really like a...
So she baited him.
She fucking baited him. And
she's a master at that. She's so good at playing him.
She's so good. It's amazing to watch.
Well, he's easy, but she's doing it masterful.
Well, she is. Well, I mean...
Masterfully.
I guess that's like the one bitter comfort that we have is that this person who's going to become president is very, very sophisticated when it comes to manipulating people. Sophisticated in a way that, like, God, man, I kept trying to take pictures of her, and you get up close.
She's a vampire.
Dude, her view, someone needs to put together a montage of Clinton fucking stink eyes. Have you seen, like, how good she is at giving the stink eye? Like, she was looking... Because what's crazy, she was like looking, no, she's looking at the camera. Like, I'm trying to get pictures of her because she's wearing the same outfit kind of as the Heaven's Gate dude, who like it's kind of the same outfit. So I'm trying to get a picture of it. And she keeps looking at the camera and giving this like fucking stink eye that felt like she was looking at me. Like it felt like, fuck, she knows I'm trying to like do this tweet about her weird outfit. Like it was like this. She gives a terrible stink eye, man. Like
God. I've
never seen anybody throw eye daggers like Hillary Clinton can, man. It's crazy. Like,
do you think that she's employing a different strategy now? Because her first strategy with him was to kind of laugh when he would say ridiculous shit and almost like take the high road. But now she's gone on the attack more. And now Clinton and Melania, they don't shake hands before.
Yeah.
Like there's all this stuff that's going on, man. It's a different sort of vibe now between the two of them as it ramps up. I think she was like super effective though in just taking the moral high ground.
Her?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you have like
in terms of debate tactics.
So here's Trump. I imagine like what a Trump strategy meeting looks like is like people sitting around eating cheeseburgers, doing blow. You know what I mean? They're like Trump's already making deals for his next TV show. He's like fuck whatever. Yeah, the president thing. They don't care. They're like, you know, he probably is getting fucking calls from Putin. They're laughing. They're like, all right, I gotta go. We gotta do this stupid fucking debate. Like, you know what I mean? And I think if you look at a Hillary Clinton strategy meeting, she's like sitting in some kind of like geodesic dome surrounded by CIA agents who are like, we've done a thermal analysis of Donald, and here are the moments that you should hold still. And at this moment, we recommend that you say this, and then this, and then this. Like, she goes through the whole... They're like, he's definitely going to bring up the WikiLeaks. Here, according to our psychological analysis and also some of the DNA data we got from one of the cheeseburger crumbs that fell out of his fucking mouth at one of these rallies, is like, he's going to react to this. And, like, she just memorizes it in a kind of alien way, sits there, and just does it. Like the fighters, I'm sure. Like, I remember when you were like... When I realized... Because I don't know... At the time, I didn't know anything about fighting. But then you were explaining how like they have these insanely deep combos. If this person does this, they have all these moves, like 19 moves deep that like, that's incredible. So I think she's like that. Like she has like, if he does this, you do this. And if he does that, then this, and then that, and then that, and then that. And they've done it all with like a government team of psychologists who have fully analyzed him and know how to fucking set him off. And she did it last night. She did it in every single fucking debate. And it's not like she's the one who's coming up with that. She's got a team of the smartest, most manipulative people on planet Earth who baited him in to the fucking elections in the first place. You saw that email, right? Where they picked the 3 candidates that they wanted to empower, you know, or to like build up, which was Trump. What's his name?
Ted Cruz.
Ted fucking Cruz.
Because he's also a fool.
Because he's a fool. And the other, the sweet guy, the doctor.
Marco Rubio?
Not Rubio.
Ben Carson.
Carson, you know? So, like, they picked the 3 biggest fools. They're like, all right, let's pump them up. They pumped them up. The king of the fools made his way into the fucking president. Somehow, they're like, are you fucking kidding? We got Trump? We got fucking Trump. We got Trump. Trump. Hold on, let me go to the Trump file. Oh my God, listen to this audio of him talking about grabbing fucking girls. She's like, okay, great. Let's use that.
Hold on to that for a while.
Yeah, we'll do that on the day before the second debate. Yeah, let's do that in the day before the second debate.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean?
I think they gave it 2 days.
Yeah, 2 days
really
to build.
Simmer.
2 days to build. And then, of course, they were probably working on, like, you know, months leading up to it. They're like, let's find every single person that claims Donald Trump groped them or that were groped by Donald Trump.
Or anyone who's willing to claim Donald Trump groped them.
Yeah.
Anybody wants to get on TV.
Yeah, yeah.
How you guys feeling?
But I have a feeling, I mean, I don't know for sure, but my guess would be that if you wanted to find people who said, yeah, Trump grabbed my pussy, it wouldn't be that fucking hard. It's not like you're looking for Bigfoot. Pretty easy to hunt them down would be my guess, right?
Yeah.
But so it wasn't like a hard thing to do.
It's a breadcrumb trail.
Yeah, very simple, very easy. And so it's like when you realize like that, then you start feeling this weird compassion for him. You're like, my God, even with all his like maliciousness and like weird perviness and stuff, ultimately he's like a fucking bull that got put into a goddamn ring with a matador who's been doing this kind of bullfighting for like 30 fucking years, for better or for worse. And we're watching what we saw last night, I guess.
And what's interesting about it, a big part of what's interesting about it is he came really close to winning. I mean, he's still in the neighborhood of winning.
Right.
Plus or minus 11 points. Or what that means is between now and how many days do we have until the elections? 21 days? Listen, man. A lot of crazy shit can happen in 21 days that can shift people's opinions.
No, but apparently, again, from all the stats. Now, look, man,
Don't say any of that stuff because you don't even know if it's true. They're all just talking on TV and they're brainwashing all of us to let us think that they know who the fuck's voting. They're not talking to you. They're not talking to me. They're not talking to Jamie. I don't think they know nearly as much.
You think it's a massive cover-up?
No, I don't think it's a massive cover-up at all. I think a lot of what happens in the polls does reflect how the United States feels. But there's no way it could be 100% accurate because it's not polling 100% of the people. And I think part of the problem with those polls is once you read the results of the polls, Hillary Clinton is ahead by 16%. Everybody just starts saying, well, Hillary Clinton's got it in the bag. I've seen the recent polls. And you even start thinking and voting towards that goal. Like people who might have voted for Trump go, I don't want to waste my vote. I want to be on the winning team.
You know,
there's a lot of that going on.
I think really though, man, like if people like the effect that actually has is people who might have been terrified of Trump being president. Oh, yeah. If they're like, she's already ahead by 12%, I'm not going to fucking drive out to the polls to vote. They don't come out to vote. Like it would serve her more if there was some collusion between her and the media, which according to the Podesta emails, there certainly has been. There's like, you've got the editor of Politico. You saw that one where he's like, fuck it, I'm a hack.
Yeah, he said it's a hack.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Crazy. So like,
yeah.
I don't know if it was the editor. I don't remember which guy it was. But the point is, I think it's a pretty safe bet that she's going to be the next president. And I don't think that data that we're getting is necessarily some kind of collusion between
Not saying it's collusion. I'm saying it affects the event itself. I'm saying that even if you do legitimately, objectively poll a group of people and you get a result from that poll, it's not really representative of 100% of the people. But once you start thinking that it is, and once people start deciding that it is, it has a massive impact on how people vote.
Well, I got to tell you, man, before the fucking buses go riding through varying neighborhoods and scooping up illegal immigrants, and before the fucking abortion cops start arresting fucking women for getting abortions, and before all the insanity that like apparently he's gonna do starts happening, That's
he?
Trump. That if he gets elected, if he gets
talking about arresting people for abortions.
Yeah, he said that women should be like punished for. That's one of his many fuck ups. Is he was like, yeah, women should be. There should be some punitive legal shit if women get a legal abortion.
That's real?
Look it up. You can find it. It's like famous. Yeah, look it up.
Whoa.
Yeah, he's like, yeah.
He really said that?
Well, you look it up. There's a whole thing.
Jamie's gonna look it up.
Look it up.
You're getting
look
crazy.
at the fucking data.
You're getting very worked up.
Graphs.
I didn't know that he had said those words. That's a crazy thing to say.
He said there should be some
arrest someone for having an abortion.
Not for having an abortion. It's like for you'll see. It's like enough that like she mentioned it in the last debates.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's hard to say too because a lot of his positions on things, are off the cuff. Like maybe he hadn't even considered it. Somebody brings something up and he talks about it. And
definitely
he doesn't have,
off the fucking cuff.
Yeah. Trump.
He said he was I'll let you read that.
Okay, let me read it. Go back up. Go back up, please. Trump abruptly reverses course, says women should not be punished for abortion. So what did he say? What were
you have to look it up.
What was the station? There's been some sort of there has to be some sort of punishment, he said, for women who receive unlawful abortions.
Yeah.
I have not changed my position, Trump said in the statement.
He said he was referring to doctors who perform illegal abortions, not women who receive them. That's
okay.
what he said in the statement.
I understand. Okay, so he still believes that doctors who perform illegal abortions, there should be some sort of punishment for them. All right, well, that's not the same
Well, he
thing.
wants to reverse Roe versus Wade. Like,
does he?
Yeah.
Does he?
He said that last night. He said he would put in he said he would try to put in 3 Supreme Court justices that would be on that side of the decision, so it would automatically get reversed. It was like, I think his exact words almost.
Man, that's so tricky. That's deciding what people can and can't do with their body. And people go, it's not that, it's a baby. It's not always a baby. Sometimes it's a bunch of cells. When it's 10 cells, is it still a baby? Like you could get an abortion 10 cells in. Is that an abortion? I mean, I do not know. I'm legitimately asking.
Meanwhile,
at what point in time do you get to tell someone that they have to remain pregnant?
But think of the irony that fucking pro-abortion Hillary Clinton is anti-marijuana. So she's like, I'm going to tell you, no, it's not our place to say what a woman could do with her body, but I'm going to fucking tell you what you can put into your body. I think it is the government's place to say that. It's like, well, what the fuck? Like,
she's doing it for profit, 100%. That's the only reason why the banks want her to do it in the first place. Why else would the banks be concerned about marijuana? Are they in the marijuana business? What the fuck is going on? Why would banks want her to be for marijuana laws? Like, that doesn't make any sense.
I don't get it, man.
It's
I would
all
expect a lot of bankers love weed, so it doesn't make sense.
I guarantee you I know what it is. It has to do with banks having interest in pharmaceutical companies. The company that makes fentanyl, we've talked about this ad nauseum, they're spending hundreds of thousands of dollars in Arizona to try to stop the medical, or not even medical, they're trying to do recreational marijuana from being passed in Arizona because they know that it's way cheaper, way easier, and way more effective pain relief. It's going to fucking cripple their creepy ass business.
Yeah.
And guess what? No physical addiction properties. Some people get addicted to it, but they're the same people that get addicted to a lot of stuff, folks. And it doesn't mean there's like physical addictive properties to marijuana. There's not really a mechanism for you to get physically addicted to marijuana the way you can get physically addicted to painkillers.
Look, even if there was, it's not the government's place to say you can't do this. Like, it's
especially while they still have pain pills and they're taking money from these pain pills.
Right. Oh, it's so gross. What a fucking mess, man. It's like, just to, like, the dream is, like, man, can you imagine if the fucking Republicans had come up with just a normal dude? Like, if they just somehow come up with one normal guy, like just a non-religious nut, and somebody who like doesn't have like a checkered past, just a kind of balanced guy is like, well, we need to work on the economy.
Like Mitt Romney without the Mormon shit.
Yeah. If they had just come up with that, they would have won by a long shot. Yeah. A long shot. It's like this was the perfect chance for them to get somebody in, but it didn't happen. They couldn't do it. Like their whole system was so screwy. It's sad too when you hear some of the because by the way, man, here's a news flash: not all Republicans are bad. Like people think that. A lot of them have like some great fucking ideas. Smaller government, not a bad idea. But when you like hear some of the frustration from like my fucking dad, man, he's a lifelong Republican. He's a vet, and he's like dismayed by all of this. Like he looks at it from the perspective of someone who's like seen so many different election cycles, and to look at like it boiling down to debates that have turned into the fucking Jerry Springer show.
Literally.
Like this is a fucking guy who like spent 2 fucking years in Vietnam by choice because like he thought he was gonna fight for his country. So these things mean a lot to him, and it's like to see this fucking barely, and at least in the debates that I've seen, you see barely anyone talking about the fucking veterans. Like no one's fucking talking about the fact that the VA's fucked, or that like some of these people aren't getting any of the medical care that they need. It's like crazy. They're up there fucking talking about Trump grabbing pussies, or like Hillary Clinton's fucking stupid foundation. What about the fact that like people are blowing their goddamn brains out all over neighborhoods across our country because they made the decision to like go over and fight in fucking Iraq?
And